That? Yeah. Hey, just a mic check. If anybody can hear me online, just please tap in the chat that you can hear me. I appreciate that.
You don't need a heat sheet, do you?
Awesome. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. I don't know why the chat's not working. It shows that it should be working, but it's not. So we'll get it fixed tomorrow. In the meantime, I'll let you know heats, lanes, swimmers, normal swim stuff. Yeah, I think so. Here, you guys show the camera. So these are the hawks that are out in the swim center parking lot. All right, in the water is heat number one, event number one, the 400-meter freestyle. Lane 3 is Wyatt. Sarah's in lane 4, and Jaden in lane number 5. And this is a 400-meter freestyle. There are 5 heats in this event. 5 heats in this event. This is heat number 1 in the water. Looks like at the 100, Wyatt and Sarah are taking it out in front, followed by Jaden. Looks like Sarah in lane number 4 is extending her lead just a little bit on Wyatt. And for those of you looking at this screen, lane 1 is on the far side where those blocks are on the left side of the screen. That's lane number 1. Towards us over here where the swimmer's standing, that's lane 8. It's actually lane 10 that she jumped into, but we're racing all the way lanes 1 through 8. So 8 way over on the left, and on the right side is lane number 8. And Sarah continues to have a strong swim. And here's Sarah at the 300. Like about a 4:33 at the 300. just over 130 pace per 100. She's doing really well. All three of these times and swimmers look like they are first-time 400-meter freestyle swims. So congratulations to all three of them. And looks like she might have got a BB cut right there. Nice job, Sarah. All right, now on the blocks is heat number 2 of 5, 400-meter freestyle. In the water is heat 2 of 5, 400-meter freestyle. Lane number 2. The far side of the pool is Max. Winnie's in 3, Ivan in 4, Emily's in 5, Trinity in 6, Anya's in lane number 7. Heat 2 in the water. Ivan in lane 4 is out to an early lead. Seed time 5:22. It's like a 107 flat. First 100 split. Ivan continues to lead coming into the halfway point, followed by Winnie, Emily, Trinity. Ivan turns at a 222, 115 split, so 107, 115 are his first two splits. And Ivan turns at 339 at the 300. That was a 117 split. So 107, 115, 117. So he's holding pretty strong. Should have a nice time drop here off of 5:22.56 seed time. And Ivan's coming in at unofficial 4:53. 4:53, getting under 5 minutes. Congratulations. Here comes Winnie in lane 3, followed by Emily in 5. And Winnie 5:14 unofficial. Emily 5:15 unofficial. Heat 3 on the blocks. In the water is Heat 3 of 5, 400 meter freestyle. Catherine's in lane 1, Claire in 2, Bella's in lane 3, Zach in 4, Buttercup's in 5, Izzy in 6, Addie's in lane 7, and Matthew is in lane 8. Again, lane 1 is on the far side of the pool, closer towards our screen on the right side. Middle right is lane number 8. This is Heat 3 of 5. Zach's out to the lead in the middle of the pool, turns at 1:04.9. Strong start. His seed time is 5:02.78. 5:02.78. So holding under 115s to get to that time. He's on track to do that. And Zach turns at a 2:16. That split 1:11. And 115 on that split for Zach. 331. Again, seed time 5:02 for him. He'll be underneath that. And Zach in at a 442 unofficial. About a 20-second time drop there. His last 100 was a 115. Here comes Buttercup and Izzy. And real close. They're both under 5 minutes, 4:55. Their seed time, Buttercup 5:07 and 5:10 for Izzy. And over in lanes 2 and 3, Claire, 5:07s, unofficial for them. Good time drops. Heat 4 to the blocks. No diving. Yeah. In the waters, heat 4 of 5. Heat 4 of 5 in lane number 1, Hadley. Lane 2, Kiefer. Harrison in 3. Nathan in 4. Aiden in 5. Kevin in 6. Matthew in 7. And Joshua in lane number 8. And we got quite a few pushing the pace here at the first 75. Got Harrison and Aiden, Kevin, Matthew. And looks like Kevin, lane 6, turning in a 104. It's like Kevin followed by Harrison, Aiden, then Matthew. Joshua over in lane number 1, Hadley. So 104 was our split there. This 100, 111. Looks just like last heat. Again, Kevin is in the middle of the screen over towards the left-hand side. That is Harrison. Followed by Aiden and then Hadley over there in lane number 1 on the left side of the screen. And Kevin with just a slight lead, 113 on that split, 329. And there goes Harrison over in lane 3, passing Kevin in 6. Harrison's seed time is a 4:51. And unofficial 4:39. Looks like 4:44, approx 4:44. Again, check Meet Mobile for official times. That was heat 4 of 5. Heat 5 is now coming to the blocks. In the water, your final heat of event number 1, 400-meter freestyle. Heat number 5, lane number 1, Raphael. Ella's in lane 2. Aiden in 3. Ethan in 4. Kai's in 5. Ethan is in 6. Lauren in 7. And Stephanie in lane number 8. Pretty tight race. Everybody's bunched together here coming into the first 100. And our leaders turn in a 104 for the first 100 split, 104. like Aiden in 3 and Kai in lane number 5 now have taken over the lead. Lane number 1, Raphael. And that's Kai at the turn. 211, split 1069. 1069. Kai in 5, followed by Aiden in lane 3. 317, another 106 split. Kai's pushing it. Aiden's coming up in lane 3. Kai's seed time, as is Aiden, is a 4:24. And Kai, 4:23, came back home in a 1:05. All right, next up is heat number 2, 50-meter butterfly. Event number 2, 50-meter butterfly. There are 6 heats in this event. Again, next event number 2, 50-meter butterfly. There will be 6 heats in this event. All right, now on the blocks, heat number 1 of 6, event 2, 50-meter butterfly. Again, if you look at your screen on the left-hand side, that's lane number 1. The middle, towards the middle right side, that's lane number 8. In lane number 3 is Juliet. Sophia is in lane number 4. Kareen's in lane number 5. Side Juliet and Kareen coming to the wall. And 54.8. Good time drops, ladies. And Sophia 104. Nicely done. On the blocks, heat 2. In the waters, heat 2 of 6, lane 1, Molly, Jonathan in 2, Tristan in 3, Rojan in 4, Katie in 5, Matthew in 6, Ella in 7, Bianca in lane number 8. Down here in the middle of the screen, Bianca in lane number 8 with an unofficial 39.3. Wow, good swim. Now on the blocks, heat number 3. In the water, heat 3. In lane number 1, Susie. Lane 2, Addie. Marco's in 4. Sophia's in 5. Yochen in 6. Brielle's in lane 7. And Isha lane number 8. And lane number 6, Yochen, 32.8. C time 46. Nice time drop. Now on the blocks, heat number 4. In the waters, heat 4 of 6, 50 butterfly. In lane number 1, Kristen. Ian in lane 2. Evan in 3. Parker in 4. Nate in 5. Isha in 6. Colin in 7. And Jordan in lane number 8. This is Nate in lane number 5, followed by Evan in 3. And Nate 29.9. unofficial. Heat 5 on the blocks. In the water is heat 5 of 6, 50 fly. Lane 1, Otharba, Kai in 2, Vincent in 3, Claire in lane 4, Decker in 5, Rochen in lane 6, Gus in 7, Suhan in lane number 8. It's like it's the middle of the pool with Claire, Vincent, and Vincent, lane 3, unofficial 33.1. That's heat 5. Last heat is coming to the blocks. In the water is heat 6, your final heat of event number 2, 50-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Elias. Ariana's in 2, Emily's in 3, Julian in 4, Sophia is in 5, Bella in 6, Vincent in lane 7, Winnie in lane number 8. Pretty tight across the middle of the pool. Looks like lane number 4, Julian. The slight lead. Bella in 6. And looks like our first 2 swimmers, 31.8 unofficial time. All right, that's it for event 2, 50 fly. Up next, we have 12 heats in the 50-meter freestyle. Event 3, 50-meter freestyle. 12 heats. Heat 1 on the blocks. All right, in lane number 2 is Mason. Lane 4 is Adeline. In lane 5, Victor and Isaac. In lane number 6, heat 1 of 12, 50-meter freestyle. Looks like Victoria and Adeline, unofficial 44.9. Good swims. On the blocks, heat 2. In the water, heat 2 of 12, lane 1, Jaden. Lane 3, Sean. In lane number 5, Gia. Jonathan in 6, Sophia in 7, and another Jonathan in lane number 8. Heat 2. Looks like Sean in lane 3. And coming into the wall, that's Sean, 32.2, unofficial. It's a good 10-second time drop for him. Next up, Heat 3. In the water is Heat 3 of 12, 50 freestyle. In lane number 2, Daryl. Arena's in 3, Wyatt in 4, Zachary in 5, Sadhu in 6, Ella in 7, and Charlie in lane number 8. Looks like Sadhu in lane number 6. And a 33 flat unofficial time. About a 7-second time drop for him. Heat 4 on the blocks. In the water is Heat 4 of 12. Lane 1, Marco. Aubrey's in 2. Matthews in 3. Kaush in 4. Addie's in 5. Natalie's in 6. Natalie is, in 7. Joseph's in lane 8. And that is Addie in lane number 6. Your lane 3 swimmer is Matthew with an unofficial 28.05. Some of these swimmers with all these 50s are working towards getting a fast time for add-ups or aggregate relays for the championship season, that we can put them all together, all the relay splits together, and see if we can get the kids into the meet with their individual times added up. And Heat 5 in the water. In lane number 1, Kate. Arush in 2, Jonah in 3, Alice in 4, Catherine in 5, Ashlyn in 6, Genevieve is in lane 7, and Emily in lane number 8. Looks like lane 2, Arush, Jonah in 3, over here in 6 is Ashlyn. And all three coming in approximately a 33 low. That's time drops for all of them. Up next, Heat 6. In the water is Heat 6 of 12. Lurchin's in 1. Maddie's in 3. Atharva's in 4. Gus in 5. Reed in 6. Isha in 7. And Braden in lane number 8. It's like Maddie in 3. Gus in 5. And Gus, 31.6. Heat 7 on the blocks. In the water is heat 7 of 12. Lane 1, Eliza, Emma in 2, Kira in 3, Trinity in 4, Sarah in 5, Jacob in 6, Marvin in 7, and Evan in lane number 8. Speaking of lane 8 and Evan, it's like he is owning this heat. With a 28.5. Seed time was 33.2. Nicely done. Next up, heat 8. In the water is heat 8 of 12, 50 freestyle. In lane number 1 is Max, Anya in 2, Leah's in 3, Gus in 4, Eliana's in 5, Izzy's in 6, Elias is in 7, and Kai in lane number 8. It's like Gus in lane 4. Unofficial 29.7. If that stands, that'll be his first time under 30 point. Nicely done. Next up, heat 9. In the water is heat 9 of 12. Lane number 1, Iris, Julian in 2, Izzy in 3, Emily's in lane 4, Ryland's in 5, Sophia's in 6, Ariana's in 7, Joshua's in lane number 8. It's like Ryland in 5. Otherwise, second place is really bunched up. That's Ryland with a 28.9. 30.7 was Ryland's seed time, so great swim for Ryland. Next up, heat 10. In the water is heat 10 of 12. In lane 1 is Siri. Abigail's in 2. Liam's in 3. Aaron's in 4. Hadley in 5. Lauren in 6. Abby in 7. Angela's in lane number 8. And that's Aaron, lane 4. With an unofficial 28.5. Two more heats. In the water is heat 11 of 12. Lane 1, Patrick, Ivan in 2, Stephanie in 3, Raphael in 4, Kevin in 5, Harrison in 6, Nathan in 7, Sophia in lane number 8. Pretty close race. Looks like lane 2, Ivan. Unofficial 27.4. And your final heat is up. Heat 12. In the water is your final heat, Heat 12, Event 3, 50 Freestyle. Lane 1, Zach's, Phoenix in 2, Danny in 3, Kai in 4, Aaron in 5, Ethan in 6, Diego in 7, and Arsh in lane number 8. Looks pretty close, like lane 3. Danny, 26.6. Good swims. Next up, we have event 4, 50-meter backstroke. We will have 5 heats in this event. In the water is your first of 5 heats, event 4, 50-meter backstroke. Miriam's in 2, Parker in 3, Isha's in 4, Isaac in 5, Olivia's in 6, and Juliet in lane 7. Again, 5 heats in this event. After this, we have the 50-meter breaststroke, followed by the 400 free relays. And then that will put a stamp on today's events. Looks like Isha, lane number 4. With a 52.3, right at her seed time. Nice swim. Now on the blocks, heat 2. In the water is Heat Patey's in 4, Jonathan's in 5, Bianca's in 6, Angelica's in 7, and Joyce in lane number 8. Heat 2 in the water. And that's lane number 3, Genevieve, unofficial 42.1, seed time 44.9. Nice swim. Next up, heat 3. In the water, heat 3 of 5. Lane 1, Vincent, Parker in 2, Rylan in 3, Braden in 4, Emma in 5, Jean in 6, Vincent in 7, and Nishka lane number 8. Looks like Rylan's our leader here in lane number 3's having a good meet. And unofficial 34.7. Seed time 43.2. Nice time drop. Next up, heat 4. In the water is heat 4 of 5, 50 backstroke. Lane 1, Ian, Reed in 2, Marvin in 3, Izzy in 4, Addie in 5, Natalie in 6, Sarika in 7, and Arush in lane number 8. So it looks like Izzy is getting the better of her sister Natalie with a 33.3 versus 33.7. Good job, ladies. Next up, our final heat, heat 5. In the water, heat 5. Lane number 1, Leah. Liam in 2. Emily's in 3. Danny's in 4. Julian in 5. Buttercup in 6. Colin in 7. And Decker in lane number 8. That's Danny in lane 4. With a 31.4 unofficial. Good swim, Danny. Next up, event 5, 50 meter breaststroke. There will be 6 heats. 6 heats. In the water is heat 1 of 6, event number 5, the 50 meter breaststroke. Sophia is in lane 3, Molly in 4, Miriam's in 5, and Mason in lane 6. Just a couple reminders for tomorrow. We'll be live. The start of the meet is at 9:20 for the 12 and unders, and approximately 1 o'clock for the 13 and overs. And here comes Miriam to the finish. 1:29.9. Good swim, Miriam. That's a good time drop. All right, next up is Heat 2. All right, in the water is Heat 2 of 6. In lane 1 is Victoria. Sophia's in 2. Corinne's in 3. Roshan's in 4. Charlie's in 5. Jean is in 6. Olivia's in 7. Arjun's in lane number 8. And looks like a Jean in lane number 6. It's like a 46.9. Nice swim. Next up, Heat 3. In the water is Heat 3 of 6, 50 breaststroke. Adeline's in lane 1, Angelica's in 2, Jimmy is in 3, Aubrey 4, Matthew 5, Kate's in 6, Brielle's in 7, and Joyce in lane number 8. And lane number 3 is Jimmy, followed by 4, Aubrey. And Jimmy, unofficial 50.9. Next up, Heat 4. In the water, Heat 4 of 6, lane 1, Catherine, Daryl in 2, Emily in 3, Tristan in 4, Kristen in lane number 5, Ella in 6, Sophia in 7, and Ashlyn in lane number 8. Like the middle of the pool, Kristen in lane 5. Over in lane 3 is Emily, Tristan in the middle there. Outside on lane 8 is Ashlyn. And it looks like lane number 3, Emily, finishing with an unofficial 45.7. It's about a 1.5 time drop. Nice. Next up, Heat 5. In the water is Heat 5 of 6. Heat 5 of 6. Lurchin's in 1. Nishka's in 2. Alice in 3. Eliza's in 4. Arena's in lane number 5. Roshan in 6. Natalie in 7. And Yo-Chen in lane number 8. And looks like we're over on this side of the pool, lane 6. Rochin and Yo-Chen in lane 8. And lane 6, 36.5, unofficial for Rochin. Seed time 44.7. Nice time drop. Up next, our last heat, heat 6 of event 5, 50-meter breaststroke. In the water is heat number 6, your final heat, 50 breaststroke. Lane 1, Jordan. Angela's in 2, Aaron in 3, Sean in 4, Nate in 5, Julian in 6, Suhan in 7, and Eliana in lane number 8. It's like Nate here in 5, Aaron in 3. That's Nate here in 5, and unofficial 36.9. All right, next up is our final event of the day. Event 6, 400-meter freestyle. There will be 7 heats in this event. It's been a long time since we've done relays at Waterloo. We're really excited to have the kids back in there doing relays. Some of these relays, they're actually going 4 cuts to get to our championship. So 2 ways to get there. Add up, so adding up 4 individual swims, or if the kids can get it as a relay, or 2 paths to getting relays at the championship meet. So we'll see what happens here. We've got about a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back.
Announcement for the relay swimmers that start coming in, and if there's any parents that are helping get announcement for the relay swimmers that start coming in, and if there's any parents that are helping get split.
Swimmers, if you are participating in a relay, please make your way over to the left end. Swimmers, if you are participating in a relay, please make your way over to the right end. Parents, if you are helping with the split time for the relay, please make your way over to the lobby. Parents, if you are helping with split time, please make your way over to the lobby.
So the relays are going to get started here in just a minute. That's event 6, 400-meter freestyle relays. There's 7 heats in this. The kids will be swimming in lanes 1, 3, 5, and 7. 1, 3, 5, and 7. All right. Up now is heat 1.
Nathan and Isaac, please report to the pool.
All right. In the water is heat 1 of 7 heats, 400-meter freestyle relays. In lane number 1, the team of Jimmy, Zach, Arjun, Parker. Lane 3 will be Molly, Sophia, Victoria, Adeline. And in lane number 5, Katie, Angelica, Isha, and Joyce. It's like Jimmy in 1 and Katie in 5 at the 50. Coming into the wall, lane number 1, Jimmy and 5, Katie finishing up. And it looks like lane 5, Angelica's into the water, as is Zach. In lane 1 and lane 3, these are our 10 and under relays. We have in lane 5 a 12 and under relay. And that's Angelica at the 50 of her 100 leg, followed by Zach over in lane number 1. And here comes Sophia in lane number 3. In lane 5, Angelica's coming into the wall. And next up will be Isha. And in lane 1, Zach will be handing it off to Arjun. This is Isha down here in lane number 5. Up there in lane 3, the exchange just took place between Sophia and Victoria. Over in lane 1 is Arjun. Coming into the wall, Isha in lane number 5. Next up is Joyce into the water. And it looks like lane 3's catching up a little bit with lane number 1. That's Victoria. Down here at the bottom of the screen in lane number 5, this is Joyce. She is our anchor leg for this 12 and under relay. Now in the water in lane 1 is Parker. And in lane number 3 is Adeline. Lane 3 had a good leg there. Victoria, nice swim. Joyce in lane number 5 is coming into the finish. Roughly a 6:19. Things have tightened up over here at the bottom of the screen between lanes 3 and lane 1. In lane 1, that's Parker, and in lane number 3 is Adeline. Looks like Adeline now is past Parker. It's good to see both these teammates swimming so hard. Again, we have 7 heats in this event, and then we're done for the day. Tomorrow, the meet kicks off at 9:20, warm-ups prior to that. Just like to ask everybody, please park in the parking lot, in the field tomorrow, as we will have a lot more people attending tomorrow's meet. Good job, Adeline. And coming into the wall is Parker. Nice swim. All right, next up is Heat 2. All right, in the water is Heat 2. Lane 1 is the team consisting of Marco, Ian, Jonathan, and Charlie. This is a 10 and under relay. And in lane number 5, we have Ella, Sophia, Rujan, and Addie, and is also 10 and under relay. Pretty close here at the 50. Good start for both relays. It's like Marco in lane number 1's coming to the wall. Followed closely by Ella. And in the water in lane 1, Ian. And in the water in lane 5 is Sophia. All right, we got another lead change here. Sophia in lane number 5. Coming into the wall is Sophia in lane 5. Now in the water is Rujan. And in lane number 1, that's Ian. And now in the water in lane 1 is Jonathan. It's like Jonathan over in lane 1 now has taken over the lead slightly against lane 5 and Rujan. Jonathan's really turned it on over there in lane 1. And now in the water, lane 1 is Charlie. Here comes Rujan in lane 5. And in the water in lane 5 is Addie. And that's lane 1, Charlie at the turn. Here comes Addie in lane 5. And Charlie at the finish. It's like a 5:41 unofficial time. Here comes Addie in lane number 5. 5:57 unofficial time. Good time. In the water is heat 3. We have 4 relays in this one. Lane number 1 is the relay of Emily, Kate, Genevieve, and Catherine. Heat 3 is Isha, Sarika, Aubrey, and Ashlyn. Lane 5 is Decker, Suhan, Parker, Braden. And lane number 7, Wyatt, Jaden, Kaush, and Joseph. It's like Decker in lane 5. This team consists of 11, 12-year-olds. And he's coming in with a split of 115, followed by 7, 1, and 3. Now in the water in lane 1 is Kate. Sarika's in 3, Suhan is in 5, and Jaden in lane 3. Sorry, Jaden's in lane 7. Again, that's Suhan, our 11, 12-year-old relay in lane number 5. Also 11, 12-year-old relay is lane 7 down here at the bottom of the screen. Lane 3 is also 11, 12-year-old relay, and we have a 10 and under relay in lane number 1. Coming to the wall is Suhan in lane 5. His split, also a 115. Next is Sarika in lane 3. And lane 1, Kate finishes up. And Jaden in lane number 7. Now in the water in lane 1, Genevieve. In lane 3, Aubrey. Parker's here in the lead in lane number 5. And in lane 7 is Kaush. Still lane 5. Lane 1 and lane 3 are pretty tight. And lane 7 here, the bottom of our screen. And finishing up for lane 5 is Parker. So 117. Followed by lane number 1 and lane 3. And lane number 7. Now in the water in lane 1, Catherine. Ashlyn in 3, Braden in 5, here coming up to this 50 turn, and Joseph's in lane number 7. That's Braden in lane 5, Catherine over there in 1, and Ashlyn in lane number 3. Also having a solid swim, Joseph here in 7. All right, that was Braden in lane 5. Lane 3, Ashlyn, Catherine in 1. Here comes Joseph finishing strong in lane number 7. Heat 4 of 7. All right, in the water, we have 3 relays. In lane number 1 is Reed, Marvin, Arush, and John. In lane 3, Elias, Max, Artharva, and Jordan. And in lane number 5 is Buttercup, Eliza, Winnie, and Emma. Coming into the wall in lane 5 is Buttercup. And that's Eliza. Our second swimmer, Elias, just finished in lane 3. Max is in the water now. And Reed's finishing up. And Marvin's in the water. We have lane 1 is our 10 and under relay. And both 3 and 5 are 11, 12-year-old relays. That's Eliza in lane 5, Max in lane 3, and Marvin in lane number 1. And in the water now is Winnie in lane number 5. Max finishes up in lane 3. In the water is Atharva. And in lane number 1, Marvin finishes to Arush. Sweeney in 5, Atharva in 3, Arush in lane number 1. And Winnie finishes up, and Emma's now in the water. In lane 3, Atharva's finishing. And Jordan's now in the water. And in lane number 1, Arush is finishing up. And we have Jean entering the water. That's Emma in lane number 5. Coming into the 50, that's Jordan in lane 3. Followed over in lane number 1 by Jean. Again, lane number 1 is our 10 and under relay. Lanes 3 and 5 are 11, 12-year-old relays. All these guys are doing great. And that's lane number 5. Looks like they finish in a unofficial 442. Lane 3, 457. And lane number 1, 508. Next up, heat 5. In the water in lane number 1 is Emily. Lane 3, Kai. Lane 5, Emily and Gus in lane 7. So in lane 1, we have 13, 14 ladies. Emily, Iris, Abby, and Addie. In lane number 3, we have 11, 12-year-old boys. Kai, Julian, Joshua, and Vincent. We have 11, 12-year-old ladies in lane 5. Emily, Ariana, Eliana, and Leah. And 11, 12-year-old boys, Gus, Colin, Julian, and Harrison here in lane 7. And in the water in lane 7 is Colin. In the water in lane 3 is Julian. Lane 1 is Iris. And in lane number 5 is Ariana. At the turn is Ariana, followed by Colin. Lane 3, Julian. And lane number 1, Iris. Ariana's finishing the wall in lane 5. Eliana's now in the water in lane 5. In lane 7 is Julian. In lane number 3 is Joshua. And in lane number 1 is Abby. Turning at the wall is Eliana in 5, followed by Josh in 3, Julian in 7. And here comes Abby in lane number 1. Now on the water, our final legs. Lane 5, Leah Harrison in lane 7, Vincent in lane 3, and Addie in lane number 1. Looks like we got a race there in lane 3 and lane 5 between Vincent and Leah. That was Harrison in 7. Here comes Addie at the wall in lane number 1. Tight race, all 3 right there. Looks like lane number 3, followed by 5 and 7. Now up heat 6. In the water is heat 6 of 7, excuse me. We have in lane number 1 the team of Bella, Izzy, Siri, and Claire. In lane number 3 is Matthew, Rylan, Nathan, and Aaron. In lane 5, Lauren, Hadley, Sophia, and Stephanie. And in lane number 7 is Izzy, Abigail, Natalie, and Angela. So we have some 13, 14-year-old ladies in lane 1, 13, 14-year-old males in 3, 13, 14 ladies in 5, and 15 and under, 16 and unders in lane 7. It's like out to the early lead is Matthew in lane number 3, followed by Lauren in 5 and Bella in lane number 1. Now on the water, lane 1, Izzy. Lane 3, Rylan. Hadley's in 5, and Abigail's in lane number 7. And that's Rylan in lane 3, followed by Hadley in 5 and Izzy in 1. And here at the bottom of our screen is Abigail. All right, 3, 5, 1, and 7. In the water in lane 1 is Siri. Nathan's in 3, Sophia is in 5, and Natalie in lane 7. That's Nathan at the turn in lane 3, Sophia in 5, Siri in 1. Here in 7, that's Natalie. Coming to the Siri in 1. Now on the water in lane 3, Aaron. Lane 5, Stephanie. Claire in lane 1. Here's Natalie finishing up in lane 7. And now on the water, lane 7 is Angela. Aaron in lane 3 for the 13, 14-year-old boys at the 50 turn. Followed by Stephanie for the 13, 14-year-old ladies in lane 5. And Claire for the 13, 14 ladies in lane 1. It's like Stephanie's catching Aaron just a little bit. Be close here on the finish. However, Aaron has it in an unofficial 4:15, 4:16 lane 5, 4:23 lane 1. And Angela 4:36 in lane 7. Up next, your final heat of the day, heat 7 of the 400 freestyle relay. All right, now in the water is the final heat, heat 7 of the 400 freestyle relay. It's a little bit of pride on the line here. We got a lot of our gold swimmers, a couple of our elite swimmers, senior swimmers in the water. Lane 1 is a team consisting of Aaron, Nathan, Arsh, Aiden. Lane number 3 is Ethan. Welcome back from college. Vincent, Aiden, and Ivan. And in lane number 5 is Raphael, Kai, Zach, Ethan. And in lane 7, Phoenix, Kevin, Liam, and Danny. Lane 3 is Ethan Reiser, back from University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Had a strong year his freshman year, and like so many collegiate athletes, was challenged finding water time last year. Nevertheless, still had a solid year. That's lane 3 in the water, Vincent. In lane 5 is Kai. Lane number 1 is Nathan. And in lane 7 now in the water is Kevin. And here's where pride's going on right now. A lot of these guys train together day in, day out. They are not going to let their teammates down. And in the water, lane 5 is Zach. Lane 1 is Arsh. Lane 3, Aiden. And in lane 7, Liam. That's Zach at the turn in lane number 5, followed by 1, Arsh. Lane 3 is Aiden, and lane 7 catching up is Liam. Your anchor legs are now on the blocks. Diving into lane 5, Ethan. In lane number 1 is Aiden. Lane number 3 is Ivan. And in lane 7 is Danny. Tight race for second going on between Ivan and Aiden in lanes 3 and 1. Still out in the lead is Ethan in lane number 5. Unofficial 3:57. And lane 1 and 3 unofficial 4:04, 4:05. And lane 7, 4:09. Well, I just wanted to again say thank you, everybody, for hanging in there. It's been a good meet. Lots of best times. Really appreciate you guys hanging with us. We'll be back on a little bit before 9:20 tomorrow. Take care and all the best.